Okay, my dudes, a Monday Night Raw has seen the Shield reunite once again to take on the new threat of WWE. That is Paul Heyman's new faction with Seth Rollins. And we all saw on Saturday night's main event that it is Bronson Reed, the third member of the faction. They haven't even got a name yet. I don't even know what we would even call them. A revolutionary? An evolutionary? I don't know. Like, comment down below, guys. What do you think their faction name is going to be called? Paul Heyman even bringing out the words, acknowledge Seth Rollins, bro. He told everyone to acknowledge Seth Rollins. What the heck is he doing? I like it. He was like, yo, Braun Breaker is the strongest, it comes from a strong bloodline as well. Like, he's just popping things in there, bro. Like I love Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is the man. But Bronson Reed is and was probably one of my first choices to say, if I had to guess, who was actually going to be in this faction, just because of the simple fact that how Evolution was portrayed. Ric Flair was the legend. You had Paul Heyman, he's basically the legend. Then you had the Now, which was Triple H. The Now is Seth Rollins. And then obviously the future of WWE was Randy Orton and Batista. And obviously you have Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. It makes perfect sense. And that's the whole reason why I said Bronson Reed. But his ankle was broken at the time. And I'm not going to lie, he actually recovered a lot quicker than I thought he was going to. I thought he was going to be out for at least a year. Unless it has been that long and time's just flown. But to be honest with you, it just makes sense. Like, I know I said there was probably no one else on the roster, and if there was, and I had to pick someone on the roster, Drew McIntyre, right? But I would have loved Drew McIntyre in there. Do not get me wrong. I think Drew McIntyre would have been such a good addition to the faction. It would have been insane. But, and it's a big but, I don't think Drew McIntyre is the kind of person to just sit back and let Seth Rollins run things. I think Drew McIntyre would have to say something. You see how Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker can take orders? I don't feel like Drew McIntyre could do that. Not at this point in his career. I'm not going to lie, man. And if it's going on par with Evolution, then it has to think about two superstars that are the future of WWE, and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are the future of WWE. So again, it does make perfect sense. But we do have some legendary superstars coming back, and brother in arms is what we say when we think of factions. Shield, bro. It's all about the Shield. Seth Rollins, both personas, okay? Both personas of Seth Rollins is here. We got the Now, and we have the Then right here in the ring. Woo! All right, so if you guys haven't seen these matches before on the Mr. LT channel, it is a beat down match. What that means is we put 10 minutes in the clock, we put two factions against each other, and we let them beat the holy heck out of each other. And the only way they can score points is right there, as you saw, finishing moves. All right, perform your finishing move and you shall get a point for your team. Roman Reigns already laying spears down on people, and as you guys can see, the Shield are leading 1-0. Now, if you guys haven't seen the Shield here on the channel before, then you might or you may not know another spear by Roman Reigns. That is 2 points in the bag for the Shield. The Shield has never lost. They've never lost in this game, just like Cody Rhodes, okay? Now, again, you may or you may not know, but every single time we put Cody Rhodes in a damn match on this game, Cody Rhodes always wins. Like, he's got like the Undertaker streak. It's insane. We might have to make him just go up against Brock Lesnar just so we can break that streak. But the Shield has that same streak. No faction in the damn game can beat the Shield. Now, I'm not saying the Shield would ever reunite, because I don't think Dean Ambrose would ever agree to come back to the WWE. Whether it's run by Triple H or anyone else, it doesn't matter. I feel like if you guys have seen what Dean Ambrose about lately, Seth Rollins' Shield version gets a point. That's 3-0. This evolution is not going to be a revolution. It's going to be a downtime for these superstars. Even though, I want you guys to think about this. Curb stomp right there by Dean Ambrose. What the heck? Dean Ambrose doing curb stomps now. I believe Seth Rollins is going to win the Money in the Bank. Why do I think that? Just the same reason he won the qualifying match. To be taken serious as a faction, you have to dominate, okay? Now, another reason why I think this faction is going to succeed is because Paul Heyman is involved in this. If it was simply just a Seth Rollins getting Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, I would have been a bit skeptical of how long it could have lasted, right? But we've already seen Paul Heyman's work, especially for the last 5 years on the Bloodline. So we already know, and we already heard, if you guys have ever seen the interviews, that Paul Heyman takes his storylines very seriously. He has an end goal, and he says how he makes his way there. He doesn't just go little by little. He has a main goal at the end, and he makes a storyline all the way up to it. So there's already motions in the oceans for the ending of this faction. But it says, how are we going to get to that point? And let me tell you something right now. Buckle Bomb almost succeeded right there. That's another spear by Roman Reigns. That is 4 points to the Shield. Wow! They're actually dominating right now. Like, I'm not even joking. They are dominating on whole other levels right here. They weren't ready for the Shield. This is what they need. They need education in faction rules, okay? In how to make a true brother in arms faction. We ride together. They Seth Rollins, Shield Virgin, gets another point. The only one that hasn't got a point for the Shield at the moment is Dean Ambrose, the Psycho Dean Ambrose. But I believe it will come right now. I'm actually very surprised that the Revolution, I don't even know what we calling him. What we call him, the Revolution? I don't know. You know, he's a revolutionary. We can call it the Revolution. It's an evolution. It's a surprise illusion. I don't know. I know Paul Heyman is going to come out with some shenanigans. I just don't feel like he's got it there just yet. I feel like they're going to have a few weeks to dominate, see what they're doing, and then just have a name for this faction. And then everyone will be like, they've already probably got a name. I don't know. Or they're waiting to see what I can really see. Oh, Bron Breakker's going to get mad. Bron Breakker going to get real mad right now. And Dean Ambrose about to full range. How good of a rivalry would it have been to see Dean Ambrose and Bron Breakker go at it? Come on. Down below. You guys know that would have been fire, right? You guys already know. Here we go. Spear time, baby. Finally, Bron Breakker brings a point back for Paul Heyman's team, consisting of Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, and Bronson Reed. All right, guys. That is 1 point on the board for them, but it's not going to be enough. I'll be honest with you. Bron Breakker going... I think Bron Breakker might smack up and get more points here. But to be very honest with you, I don't think it's going to be enough. There's like 1 minute and 30-something seconds left. I just don't feel like it's definitely going to... Oh, it's definitely not going to be long enough. Roman Reigns is absolutely getting annihilated. It doesn't help when you have... Bronson Reed with a high-flying move. There's another spear right there by Bron Breakker. That's 2 points Bron Breakker has brought back for the team. Do you know what got me a little bit skeptical with Bron Breakker as well? Obviously, we knew what Bron Breakker done to Seth Rollins with the tsunami after tsunami after tsunami. And I was a bit like, how are they introducing him with Seth Rollins after he literally wrecked him? And Paul Heyman done it in the perfect way. Paul Heyman done it in the perfect way to clean that slate. Basically just put it on blast, straight up so the world knows that no one has ever hurt Seth Rollins in a way that Bronson Reed done in one single night. And that's the reason why he is a part of this new faction. It's about being a powerhouse. It's about taking control. It's about dominating. And you need power if you're gonna dominate. Bronson Reed is definitely power, and the way he was rolling, the way he was steamrolling everyone before he got injured, we already know he was gonna be in it. Like I said in it, if his ankle wasn't broken, he would have been in it straight quicker than normal. Like literally, he would have been in it way more quicker. and we wouldn't have to wait for the third member. But it wasn't, and it's all good. But where? Oh, wow. Roman Reigns, the big dog, gets another point. That means the Shield not only won, but they dominated. The Brothers in Arms, look at them. Shield right there, absolutely wrecking the new faction that Seth Rollins is beginning to piece by piece put together. But I still feel like Paul Heyman is the puppet master. Whether Seth Rollins was to believe that or not, Paul Heyman will be pulling the strings in this faction, and that's how you know it's going to be good. Enough said, simply done. Comment down below a new name for this team, or this faction, should I say, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, my dudes.